Hello, hi there, this is Thekla Petridou and this is our channel Psychology and Life. Today's subject is extremely interesting. There is a new terminology, a new term that is used to describe what we used to call in the past covert maliciousness, negging. Negging is a polite way to be extra mean. With the word negging, we describe all those behaviors of people that try to make us feel bad about ourselves in a covert way. Negging is a special way to use negativity, to project negativity on other people without being noticed. This is a very common way of interacting with people that we have in our life that are toxic. Toxic people might not come up to you and say, I really don't like you. I don't like your face. I don't like your own existence. I wish you bad. They won't say that. Because we live in a society and they realize that if they are so mean in such a provocative way, they will be clearly understood and removed from our social environment. So they use some tactics of psychological warfare. Psychological War is the title of one of my books that I have written in the past in the Greek language. It's not yet translated in English. When it is, I will let you know about it. Negging is a psychological warfare technique that is used in order to make other people feel uncomfortable and feel less about themselves. I think I should illustrate some common examples of negging. I see someone I haven't seen in a long time, and she approaches me in a smiling manner and tells me, "Oh dear, I haven't seen you in a while. You've changed so much. It seems that you have lost some weight. Have you taken care of your hair as well? You would look wonderful." So, she gives me a backhanded compliment. She first says that I shed some weight, so I am slimmer, I am fitter, but she doesn't stay there on giving me a compliment. She says something negative about my hair and leaves me feeling ugly, inadequate, and not pleased that I have done something good with my appearance. Of course, this has to do with social stereotypes that people who are slimmer are more beautiful than people or more handsome than people who are larger. Another example of negging is when you go somewhere and you are treated with a homemade dessert. A toxic person might eat the dessert and comment on the dessert saying, "I like the way you made this dessert. It is so refreshing. Next time, try to add less salt and more of that ingredient." So I say something good about the dessert I just ate, a dessert that someone made to please me. I say something good at the beginning, and then I say, "But you should add more of this or less of that." Backhanded compliments are the most emblematic way of negging. We find negging and we counter negging in all sorts of relationships. I'm really unhappy to acknowledge that many parents exert negging on their children of any age. children that are like 3 or 4 or 5 years old, or even teenage children, young adults, or even adult children. It is really very common for a mother or a father to be judgmental, to say negative things about their children, and comment on top of that I say this out of love. I say this because I care about you. You shouldn't misunderstand me because I think what's best of you. So we say a lot of negative comments. We make our child to feel embarrassed. We make them feel inadequate, and we forbid them to feel angry with us or to say that I don't like the way you express your opinion about me, because we assure them that it's for their own good. Not only parents exert nagging on their children, but also lovers or partners exert nagging on their spouses. Very often I hear complaints from husbands and wives that their other half that believes that they are their better half, they keep making jokes about their appearance, about their performance or their job, about sharing of house chores, and they keep on giving them bad remarks, which then name to be jokes. When someone gives you a bad remark and then you react to it and say, I don't like how judgmental you are of me, I really don't appreciate the way you gave me all this negative feedback, they might say, oh, I was just joking. You are too sensitive. You cannot stand joking. This is a way for people who are negative towards other people, for people who use the psychological weapon of nagging to continue with gaslighting, to make you feel that you're crazy. Gaslighting is another weapon of psychological war, which we will talk about in a future video. Let's stay on the topic of nagging. Family members, co-workers, lovers, spouses, parents, children can be negative towards other people, towards people that are near to them, or towards people that are not so near to them emotionally, and they can mask their negativity, naming it constructive criticism, naming it humor, or naming it genuine care. In a previous video, we talked about how to spot toxicity. I will add nagging as a clear sign of toxicity. If you really love someone and you really want to be constructive to them, then you do not give your opinion without being asked. And when you are asked, you try to express your opinion with love and care. Nagging is a proof that the person who uses nagging is not loving and positive towards the person that receives nagging. Even though nagging can be well camouflaged, it still is attack. It still is psychological violence. It still is toxic. My advice is, when we realize that someone acts in a negative way towards us, that they give us backhanded compliments, and they talk to us in ways that compromise our self-esteem, we react, we name the situation, we say, what you said to me constitutes nagging, I do not accept negging from anybody, and I do not accept negging from you. This is unacceptable. And we put a barrier. We say no to negging. Negging is not a love language. Negging is a hatred language. Let's stay away from it. I wish that we achieve that. Bye.